Cardi B had the biggest blow up in hip hop history. She was a reality TV personality and adult dancer who only started making music in 2015. Not even 2 full years later, she was the hottest new rapper in the entire world. As an otherwise unknown artist, she released the song Bodak Yellow and became only the second female rapper since Lauryn Hill to go #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts as a solo song. No features, just an artist at work. She stayed at the top of the charts for 3 straight weeks, and I couldn't go a day walking through New York without hearing someone blasting Bodak Yellow out of their car. Do you remember where you were as Cardi B began her reign taking over the music world? Her arrival was loud and unforgettable. In a year where the pop culture world got the album Damn by Kendrick Lamar, Reputation by Taylor Swift, and Divide by Ed Sheeran featuring the song Shape of You, Cardi B still found a way to make her presence felt through all of that noise. With that massive window of opportunity, she chose to keep her foot on the gas and give it her all to maximize the situation, dropping her debut album less than a year after releasing Bodak Yellow. And this album, Invasion of Privacy, was one of the biggest albums of 2018. Going #1 when it released, she continued setting records for accomplishments by a female rapper as only the 5th female rapper to go #1 with their album. The reason it hit so hard wasn't because she was the best rapper in the world or had the best beats that money could buy. It was because of how unapologetically confident she sounded on every song. She didn't care if people looked down on her because of the way she hustled. She sounded like someone outworking her peers at every turn. And with Nicki Minaj having not released an album in several years, the lane was wide open for another female rapper to step up. Bodak Yellow went on to become a prophecy because she really didn't have to dance anymore because she was making money moves. If you're enjoying this clip from my podcast, Behold Pop Culture, like and subscribe for more content like this. I thought that might have been the end of the fairy tale Cinderella run for Cardi B's music career, at least center stage in the limelight. But no, I watched her spin that success into dominating the Latin charts with the song I Like It, another #1 song. And she then parlayed that success into winning the Grammy for Best Rap Album for that year. Somewhat controversially, beating out Travis Scott's Astroworld. In case you missed it, she went in the span of 3 years from not being an artist to having #1 songs, #1 album, and a Grammy. That's how quickly your life can change. And it also gave birth to a whole new market in the music world for female rappers. The lane that at one point seemed like it was only available to Nicki Minaj opened up for us to receive the likes of a Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, Lotto, and many, many more. Fast forward to today, and now Cardi B is a household name. She became part of a power couple in the celebrity world alongside Migos rapper Offset. She continued to give us at least one hit single every single year and leaned into becoming a fashion icon with several memorable fashion looks. The only problem is one thing was missing. For 7 years, fans begged and highly anticipated her next album. She would give these singles, but where's the project? Where's the collection of songs that let us know where you're at in life? Even as a celebrity, the anticipation stayed strong, especially because there's a stigma that it's always difficult for your second album to be good because your first one gets to pull from all your life experience. The second one, you can't repeat the exact same thing about being an underdog, this being your first real chance of success, etc. The second one has to be more typically of a reflection of how your first album was received and where you're at now. Sometimes there's less material for you to pull from to make great art. Luckily for Cardi, with all the money and fame that she came into After her initial success, she retained an image as the most relatable artist in all of music. She publicly seems to have not changed one bit. She's on Instagram Lives with her kids showing her everyday struggles. She continues to share all of her thoughts seemingly without fear of potential embarrassment or being perceived as wrong. What other artist do you know that does that? In these 7 years, I have not seen one piece of content that looks like the success changed who she is. Motherhood may have, marriage may have, but she's kept that connection with her fans because many people can still see themselves in her. So here we are today, sophomore album, Am I the Drama? An opportunity for Cardi to double down on her place in music history. Can lightning strike twice for her? I sat down, put my headphones on, and for 23 songs, she reminded me exactly why she's one of the most unique artists in music and why so many people love to hear her rap and sing for that matter. On the songs Pick It Up and Bodega Baddie, she tapped into the pop Latin sound with Selena Gomez and a Latin trap sound with one of her best flows. On Man of Your Word, she aired out all the mistakes that both her and Offset made en route to their eventual divorce. And on the songs Dead and Pretty and Petty, she addressed all her rivals that dissed her over these years. She still feels, not just sounds, feels hungry, disrespected, underrated, and neglected. Emotions that people love turning into motivation. That's why she has showed zero discomfort doing all of these interviews and promotions for this album, including celebrating how important of a place it will hold in her life. So what did you think about the album? I'm ready to pop an important question for the music world. Is she in the proverbial Hall of Fame for music artists? She's had a relatively short but extremely impactful music career so far. If Lauryn Hill was able to cement herself in many people's minds in their personal Hall of Fame for music with her short stint, even if Cardi B was to never release music again, maybe she deserves to be in there too.